Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Pisces, how are you? Thank you so much for showing up here. I am looking at Oracle decks as I always do. I'm going to throw those down for the overall energy for the week ahead. And then we're going to look at some detail with the tarot. And so I hope you're well. Thanks for showing up here. Look, if you're brand new, I'm always reading for the week ahead. Always. And so whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next year, it could resonate for you because look, we're not all on the same path. That's why our reading can never resonate with everyone. You could be learning different lessons than someone else and you're just not at the place that I'm reading just yet. You're not at that crossroad. So if you are somebody who is the ride or die and you've been here before, thank you so much for showing up. If you would like to subscribe and you are new, please look down at the bottom right hand corner of this screen here and you will see a subscription button. All right, let's find out what's going on for you in the week ahead. And cards are falling out. Let's look at this. We've got begin now. It says take the first steps. Well, I don't know if that can be any clearer. Pisces, there's something here that it's time for you to start it. It's time for you to stop putting it off and it's time for you to start it now. So take your first steps and begin now. It shows somebody here at the beginning of a path, right? So it does feel like taking your first steps. Somebody here is deciding, even though there's a lot of ground to cover and it doesn't look like there's much out there. Feels like there's a lot of obstacles because we do have mountains, hills, and those are all in the tarot. Those are all about, of course, achievements that can be accomplished, but they can be achievements or obstacles. At first they look like obstacles and then later on they can become achievements. Bottom of the deck, we have passion and pleasure. Savor your life. So I feel like you're supposed to pay more attention to the journey than you are to the controlling the ending. Look, so many people come to me in a private reading and say, tell me when, what's the time, what's the date, what's the place? And they're trying to control the ending. And so it's, that's why tarot is kind of a loosey-goosey sort of time frame, because the purpose of tarot is to show you the journey and how to get there. It's not about telling you when it's going to happen or what time it's going to happen. So I feel like you're supposed to begin now, whatever it is that you've been leaving out, something that you've been leaving out that you're not paying attention to, or you feel like you're not ready for it, or you don't have enough education, or you don't have enough makeup from Sephora, or you don't have a big enough car or a big enough house. Like I feel like somebody here is like missing the point. So I feel like it's something that you need to take a step on, and it could be something very small. It doesn't have to be massive. It doesn't have to be massive and life-changing. It could be the one step that you take that actually leads to the life-changing thing. Pisces, let's find out what else is going on. I got a lot of words today. I'm just saying. I hope you're not the one who just wants me to get through it really quick because I got a lot of words today. Sometimes Mercury retrograde is like that for me. So we have change and Pisces, right? Look, it's pretty clear. Begin now. You need to make a change of some sort here. We do have all the chakras that are present here. We have yellow and orange and pink and violet and blue and green. And so, your chakras are open, like your eyes are open. Your third eye is open. And it's time for you to realize that you have all the stability that you need in order to rise above the bullshit here. Somebody's on an air balloon, right? That it's time for you to sort of get up there so you can look at everything to see, how can I say? So you can look at everything and get a different perspective. I think that you'll be able to see everything clearly. Once you allow the change to happen, you will start to see things clearly. A lot of people want to know what the changes are going to be. Give me the map, write me the note, tell me the letter, tell me the time, give me, you know what I mean? And I feel like you're not supposed to know, because I feel like sometimes we're not supposed to know, otherwise we wouldn't enjoy the journey. We would just run to the end result. We do have power here, and this is lightning coming out of the sky. Oh, and it's going to open you up. There is something here that I feel is going to strike. It's going to strike in a moment. You're not expecting it, and it's going to open you right up. But I think that you will embrace it. That's what it says here. It's about moving through a gateway. So it does feel like that there is a moving through this spectacular gateway as you become more open and you're willing to release things here. That I feel like there's going to be a power shift in your energy here. It's bringing in change, and I think you're going to welcome it, Pisces. Savor your life. I love that. Not many people do. They want the end result. They're like, okay, well, I bought the house. Now where's the car? I bought the car. Now where is the Armani suit? Bought the Armani suit. Now I want to buy the Birkin for the girl. Like, it's like it's always something. And so I think that you're supposed to savor the journey here. Stop focusing on the outcome. That's all. Last card here. What else do we need to know? We've got freedom. That just came up in Scorpio's reading too. If you have something to do with Scorpio, freedom twice in Scorpio's reading. Maybe you have a Scorpio placement. So we have, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. I think that's what the big change is that's coming for you, Pisces. I feel like you are realizing here through a perspective and a change in your mind that as you take the first step out to begin something, and for some of you, it could be that you decided to change your mind and that you realize that having freedom, or maybe being single, or maybe not being in that job, maybe releasing yourself from the job or the relationship or the person or the mindset, like it could be something you're changing your mind about. It feels like you are ready for change regardless. We've got love. It could be love for some of you. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So no matter what is happening here, no matter what changes are showing up for you here, I feel like you're committed to seeing it as a positive movement forward in your life. And I feel like some of you are actually savoring life. Excuse me. We have wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Again, you know what? This couldn't be any clearer. It's time, like I was just talking about that, right? It's time for you to enjoy the journey, even before we looked under that card. So I feel like you're supposed to be very aware of your surroundings and enjoy the journey, and know that where you're going to, you're ultimately going to get what you want, but you have to be very focused on the journey first. All right. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's get to some tarot and Pisces. If you're interested in a private read, please know that I am still doing pre-recorded readings, but I'm also doing readings by phone and by chat. So please go take a look at Hipsy. Hipsy is the sister site for Wizio. So if you already have a username password for Wizio, it's going to work over at Hipsy. And yeah, you can go take a look there. Prices haven't changed. The only thing I've added is one-to-one live phone calls and chat. Look in the pinned comment for all of that. Tell me more about Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces. We've got Temperance in the reverse, friend. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Cups. This has been a long journey for you. And again, it talks about the journey, because look who we got. The Knight, right? Just going to turn up the light a little bit here. We've got the Knight. And so the Knight literally has a map, which is pointing out the journey to the goal, which is right here, and it's showing him which way to go. So I really do feel like there is your freedom is at stake, like your freedom to be happy, the Nine of Cups for me is the happiness from within. So you are not in a place right now, Pisces, where you are looking at things external to you to bring you happiness. Like you're not looking for a relationship to make you feel whole or be in a relationship. You're not looking for the big car or the big house. I mean, we all want that. Maybe that's the end goal, right? But I don't think that is the journey. I think the journey is right here. I think it's the Nine of Cups and having the freedom to be happy regardless of what is going on around the outside. That's what it feels like. This spot here I left open because we are going to put down 2 cards, not for next week, but the week after that. Let's find out how this energy is going to pan out for you and further into the month. We've got the 10 of Cups. Yep, it does look like you are working toward that because the 9 is right here. And what between the 9 and the 10 is the 1. So the Ace of Cups might be what you're looking for. Beginning again, a brand new beginning, something you're going to be happy with, right? Feeling emotionally fulfilled. And then we have the King of Wands. I think this is what you're pursuing. You're pursuing the emotional happiness here is what it is. And I feel like you're wanting to build it by yourself. It's really easy to buy things and feel good about it for a bit, to have that relationship or have that date and feel validated for a week or so. You know, it's great to have those things. All of us need those things. But I feel like what you're after is something more permanent, Pisces, is what it looks like here. All right, let's look at Temperance. Let's find out why Temperance is in the reverse. Because when Temperance is in the reverse, to me, it's not the time. Like, it feels like it's, make sure that you get steady. Make sure it's like on your mark, right? Get set. And it feels like this is the goal. So it feels like on your mark, get set is what it feels like with Temperance. And so it's almost like the universe is saying, okay, well, something's coming up. So you need to prepare to take your first step into the unknown here. Start to get comfortable with not knowing the end result of something. We've got the 8 of Wands. We've got the 7 of Swords. And we've got the 5 of Pentacles. So I really do think that things are about to speed up for you here. The seven of swords is telling me that there's something that you are feeling hesitant about, or something that is under the surface that you don't quite yet understand, or it's like the full picture has not come into view. It's almost like it's a little bit blurred at this time. The whole picture has not yet come into view. So I want to say that taking your first steps and beginning now, on your mark, get set. I think it's going to happen in the week ahead. You go from the 5 of Pentacles to the 8 of Wands, which is like be feeling like you're on the outside looking in where nothing's happening. It's a place of stagnancy, right? Maybe money is not coming in the way you want it to. 5 of Pentacles can be about financial impacts. Maybe you don't trust the people around you. 7 of Swords is here, right? Maybe you're having a problem trusting people around you. I feel like that's about to change. Like it's all about to change because the 8 of Wands is here, pushing you forward, giving you a burst of energy and pushing you forward into the future here. Let's talk about this Knight of Pentacles, because I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is the one that's bringing change. So I feel like it's like you've been prepared for a really long time, Pisces, to make some sort of a really big change. And I feel like you're going to get the perspective on that around about the middle of the week next week. The Knight of Pentacles here is the one that's moving slow. But look, the Knight of Pentacles isn't on anyone's schedule. The Knight of Pentacles is the one who's going to get there when they get there. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it right the first time. And I'm going to look over all the details and analytics, keep my eye on the goal, right? He's got his eye on this flower, right? So the sunflower. So I feel like, yeah, something's about to change. You're about to get a different perspective on something that you were hoping was going to show up sooner, and it didn't. I feel like it's showing up for you later, but look how it's showing up. Like, how crazy is that? It is showing up like Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and with the 2 of Swords in the middle. So the Knight of Pentacles is here saying, I'm taking my time for a reason. Things are showing up for you slowly because there's some sort of a block in play. It's like you weren't ready for it. That's why it didn't show up. And I know that sometimes we get impatient and we want it to all happen now at the time when we want it. But the reason that things happen in divine timing is because you're not ready for it. I feel like there's something really wonderful, exciting, beautiful, maybe even some sort of an investment in something. It feels like this Ace of Pentacles, you're finally going to start to see the seeds of your labor. I feel you're going to start to see them poke through the mud. I'm going to say maybe you've been in the mud for a little bit. The Ace of Pentacles is showing that there is something that is growing here. So that's what it feels like here, that there is something that is now rooted, and now it's about to poke through the soil here. And the 2 of Swords is telling me that you're waiting on it. You're waiting to take a shot at it here. But it also this makes me feel like you've been feeling kind of stuck, and that you really are going to welcome the change because the Ace of Wands is here. It's an exciting new change that's coming for you here, and you've been waiting in stagnant energy for a really long time. Now, I don't know what this thing is. It feels like it's exciting, and it is new, and it is possibly an Aries, if we're talking about a person for you, an Aries, possibly Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is here. We also have Sagittarius energy. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could be just about anybody. Pisces is here as well. Tell me about this freedom. I feel like it's emotional freedom here that you're getting. After this change comes in and you no longer have to wait, it almost feels like you can now exhale, or, I don't know why Charlie showed me this. So Charlie's my guide for those of you who've never been here before. Charlie just showed me somebody walked in the room and their pocket of their sweater got caught on the door handle. Like it feels like you've been trying to move forward, but something's been catching you. Like you've been getting obstacles. And I feel like you're finally going to get freedom from the door handle. I don't know, Charlie's crazy. That's what I'm getting in my clairvoyancy. That's what I just saw. All right, tell me about the 9 of Cups. We've got the 3 of Cups. We've got the Judgment card. Ooh, I like it. And the Hierophant. Woof. Somebody is stepping into their higher power. Look at this. We've got the Death card. So you know what it was all that time that you were stuck back there, Pisces? Stuck in this place where the relationship wasn't showing up and the money wasn't showing up and the job, nothing was happening there. And, all that stuff. It's because you're in the midst of transformation. So the transformation or the transition is the gray zone, where things are not yet gone, but things have not yet arrived. And so we're in this place like it's like the parking garage, as Charlie's just showing me. It's like the parking garage when you go under. When you go under in the parking garage, the door opens. If you're in a very sunny place, you'll know what I mean. And you go underneath, and for a moment, you really don't see anything. It's like everything turns dark. Your eyes have to adjust in that moment. And I feel like this is what's happening. Your eyes are about to adjust, and you're about to see the reason why you've been stuck in stagnancy here. Because you've been in the midst of transition. Look, the Three of Cups and the Judgment card and the Hierophant is beautiful energy. The Three of Cups is telling me you're about to celebrate some sort of an emotional happiness. And it's not coming from someone, understand. It's not because someone decided that they wanted to date you or come into your life. It's not because you can finally afford the Birkin bag. It's not because you can finally afford the Armani suit. It's not that. It's the higher self. It's an internal happiness. So you now feel free to be structured, to follow the rules, to make your own rules, to move forward, dig your heels in and say, no, I'm not going that way. I'm going this way. And take that path alone is what it feels like here. So there is some celebration that's coming here. The Judgment card is here. And when the Judgment card is here, it's because you've released something to the universe and said, here, it's yours. If it's over, take it. Be done with it. And then you make the turn. You go in the different trajectory in your life. So Judgment is the universe coming at you and saying, you need to make a decision. What are you going to do next? And I feel like what you answer back with is the Hierophant energy. I'm going to start listening to the higher self. I'm going to start building myself a better spiritual structure. I want to be the spiritual teacher. It feels like now you are freedom to be who you want to be in this Hierophant energy. Tell me about the King of Wands and the Seven of Cups, because I feel now you're free to pursue your emotional wishes, your emotional happiness. We've got the Page of Pentacles, got the Two of Cups, and we've got the Eight of Cups. That's kind of really lovely energy. You've got the Eight of Swords here. You're being released from the mind. So for some of you that you've been stuck, and it almost feels like it might have been a thought pattern that kept you prisoner of the mind, feeling like maybe you couldn't do it, or okay, well, I guess that thing's not showing up for me. And I mean, we all get into that place. I was just doing it yesterday. Well, fine, I guess that's just not for me. Yeah. So, we all get into that place. I'm going to say build a tent there. Just don't build a house there. Don't live there. But we do have the Page of Pentacles, which tells me that something new is on the horizon. So something new. Something is about to materialize. You're going to start to see the fruits of your labor. Something small, like I said, it's almost like a bud is coming through the ground. When you plant your garden, like for those of you who have never gardened before, or you plant something in a cup. Remember you were a kid at school and they gave you the styrofoam cup and they put a thing in there and all of a sudden you start to see the little bud. That's what it feels like here. The Two of Cups tells me that for some of you, you're going to be exchanging emotional energies with somebody and it's going to escalate quickly. It feels like it will escalate quickly here. So if you're thinking that it might be a relationship that you've been feeling on the horizon, you could be right. We do have the Eight of Cups, which tells me that you have detached from chasing things is what's going on here. The King of Wands, and we've got the Eight of Cups. It tells me you've detached from chasing after things. Now you're going with the flow. It feels like with the Two of Cups, you're like, okay, well, I'll wait till this person reaches out to me. And, this is reciprocal energy. If they can show me that they have energy for me, love energy, then I'll show them that I have love energy for them. But it does feel like there's something small that's about to, there's about to be a little bit of happiness or a little bit of something that's about to grow. It's exciting when you see, you start to see the first buds come through the mud, right? That you've worked and nurtured and we're hoping that it would work out. The cool thing is here is that we have the Ten of Cups and then the universe answers back with the Ten of Cups. The 8 and the 2 is 10. So if you're ready to stop chasing things or stop wondering why it's not working out for you, if you'll just savor your life and begin now, but not wonder where the ending is. Just say, what's my next steps? I feel like you just need to know what your next steps are. And I feel like you will be answered back with some sort of a surge of power or a shift of energy. And for some of you, it could be love. And for others of you, look, it could be perseverance. It could be perseverance. You've been persevering so long that it's time for you to surrender. And when the universe sees you surrender, that's when the change comes. We've got change right here. Got change twice. It's funny because with Scorpio, they got power, or they got freedom twice. And for you, you've got change twice. Very interesting. We have the Eight of Swords, right? So I feel like you're breaking out of this mental place that you had been stuck. Yeah, it's time for happiness here. Happiness, confidence. It feels like money's going to get better. You'll get the job. Whatever it is, it feels like you've been very strategic. And as long as you are strategic and you are making sure that you are looking around you and really enjoying, like taking passion and pleasure in savoring your life, I feel like you start to see things differently. When you start to look at things differently, you will start to see things differently, right? When you stop wondering about the outcome and you start noticing that there's beautiful flowers on the road, the journey there, it also is beautiful. All right, Pisces. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for being here. That was kind of a beautiful reading. I hope you liked it because I liked it for you as well. And I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back, of course. And I hope that you will be too. It's the only reason I come here. It's because you're back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.